Welcome to the channel. Tickled to death you showed up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We got some new subscribers. Tickles me to death. Y'all have to ignore my puffy eyes. I'm trying to get a little bit of work done before I head into work. Anyway, we're gonna be back on this little small block back here, and we're gonna get the front of this tore apart, and still waiting on or getting ready for some parts that are on their way. So y'all sit back, relax. I'm gonna get it all up in your snot box. Welcome to this episode in the garage.
What will help me? I know you want me. Well, I want you to. What will you do? Love child, what will you do? Look me in the eye, girl. What's your pleasure?
We'll act like we don't see any of that and just move on. All right, we're gonna get this harmonic balancer off, or the front pulley. I don't know if this thing's gonna have enough hindquarters to get it off, but we're gonna give it a try. Nope. Plan B. Alright, we got the big dogs out. I don't know if you can see, but I got a bar shoved in the back of the crank there to lock this thing down so that I can hopefully get it loose. Golly. Don't tell nobody, but that is tight. There it goes. Man. Let's get a pulley, get that thing pulled off, and then we'll start on the timing cover. We're gonna need all the help we can get, I'm sure. Let that sit in there for just a minute or three while I dig out my pulley puller, and we'll see if we can get this thing slid off. I'm expecting a fight, we'll see. All right, we got this compounded contraption on here. Had to lobby DC to get that done, for Pete's sake. Nonetheless, it is on there. I'm gonna get you set up. You let me know if this thing's coming off and I didn't waste 6 years off my life. start with the bolts. Easiest to forget. Got two down here on the bottom. All right. We're taking a very, very close look at this timing set. Yep, looks perfect. All right, it's a few days later. So we're gonna pick up where we left off by getting oil pump, timing chain, and cam out of this thing. But before we do, we got to get the oil pan off of it so that we can get to the pickup tube for the oil pump. And so I'll get you set up. We'll get this oil pan off here and pull the oil pump, timing chain, and cam out of it. And as far as disassembly goes, I believe we will be done and ready for parts. Y'all hold tight, I'll get you set up and we'll get this thing apart. All right, see about getting this thing off here. Y'all probably saying to yourself, that sure would be a whole lot easier if you flip that thing over on the hinge stand, and you would be right. It would be a whole lot easier, but that oil pan is full of all kinds of crap. No telling what's in that oil pan. I know it's very little oil and a whole bunch of water, but I don't want all that upside down falling out of the oil pan back up in the engine. So we're gonna do it the hard way. You. One there. You. All right, that's all one side. Let's see. Make sure I ain't missing one. You. I ain't missing one. Right there. All right, that part be done. Now we've got to unbolt the oil pickup tube, and we'll be ready to take the oil pump and the rest of the front of the engine apart, and we'll call this thing done. Let's get this off here. This oil pan, or oil pump rather, is not going to be reused either. I'll be going with a mailings pump. It's right here in our grill, you know what I mean? Right in your pupils, so you might as well replace it. What'd you do with my rag? I'll just use this one. We'll see though. Yeah. Beautiful. Just like so. Oh, shut up. All right, let's see about getting this. Let me find me a screw and right one. Oh, I have it right there. Where? I think. Let's see if we can get this cam out of here. Yeah. Let's see if we can get the cam to turn. All right. Had me concerned there for just a second. Oh, that's the reason it won't come out. Let's take the camera tension plate off of it. Why didn't y'all tell me that? You're sitting there looking right at it. Front row seat. Didn't say nothing. Now, let's see if we can get this thing out here. Just like that. We got our number one piston at top dead center. We got our dot at the top. So all we have to do when we put our new cam in is line dot to dot, and we are in time. Button her up and we're done.
Hush replies and smiles have faded since last I saw you. And I know that your eyes must be faded with the confusion that I've put you through, because I'm having a breakdown. But I'm not going blue. I'll have to break down. Which door can I choose? understand why I'm spinning papers in my hand. Yeah, all I ask of you is that you lead me to my rubber room, because I'm having a breakdown. But I'm not going blues. Well, I think I'm having a breakdown. Which oh, can I choose? Can I choose? Well, I know I'll probably walk through brimstone before I see my life. But I'm not going to give up out on my dream that I'm fighting. Not tonight. Well, I know I'll probably walk through brimstone before I see my light, yeah. But I'm not going to give up out on my dream without a fight. Hell no, not tonight. Not tonight, no, no. Well, I think I'm having a breakdown. Not tonight, no, 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 yeah. While I sat in the green room, day after day, while the LGB, she showed me a brighter way. And I'll probably look into the mirror night after night, but I'm not giving it a rub without a fight. Not tonight, no, no. Well, I think I'm having a breakdown. Not tonight, no, no, no. Said yeah, I'm having a breakdown. Think I'm having a breakdown. Not tonight, no, not tonight, no, not tonight. It's not gonna happen tonight, no, no. Said I think I'm having a breakdown. Not tonight, no, no, There was a time, there was too much love. There was a time, there was never enough. With a wish on a window, pathways extending to tomorrow. I'll think of better ways. I'll look for brighter days. I guess I'll just stay until tomorrow. With a prayer on the window, pathways extend until tomorrow. Until tomorrow, I'll think of better ways. Until tomorrow, I'll look for brighter days. Until tomorrow, I guess I'll just stay. Until tomorrow, I'll think of better ways. Until tomorrow, I'll look for brighter days. Until tomorrow, I think I'll just stay.
All right, finally got this thing painted. We put one part back on. That's our first part we put back on. Whatever that is. Crank sensor? Maybe. I don't know. I believe that's a cam sensor. But got everything painted, looking good. And I bet you guys were saying, man, that dude is painting everything. Sure did. Everything. But consider this. After doing a number of these things, it is so much easier to wipe off a surface than it is to tape it off. faster and easier. And plus, if you got to tape off a gasket surface, well, what better thing to tape it off than the gasket itself? It's the way I look at it anyway. All those gaskets have to come off. I didn't have to tape them off. I didn't have to razor blade nothing. So there you go. And of course, all of our cylinders are going to be wiped out before we assemble this thing anyway. So that's my take on it. Nothing like a car alarm to mess up what would be a crappy YouTube video. Anyway, what I was going to say is all I did to those main cap bolts from the side was just shove some tape down in there. That way it don't look so much like an eBay paint job. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. You see back there on that top shelf, we've got some parts ready to go back on this thing. We're still waiting on a few components. I've got to make a few phone calls. We're still waiting on our cylinder heads. So we still got a little bit to go. And also in that box is the back door glass. So that will be coming up in a future video, so be on the lookout for that. If you hung out this far, I appreciate it greatly. We've had some new subscribers. I also want to remind you that this entire 57 build is on a playlist. I believe the name of it is 57 Bel Air build, maybe. Go check it out. Catch yourself up. That's from it setting out in the driveway all the way to where we're at right now. So go check that stuff out. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Don't cost you 1 red cent and helps me out greatly. And while you're helping me out, hit that thumbs up, because that does the chemistry thing with the YouTube thing. And leave me a comment. Y'all been leaving comments. I can always rely on a few of you to drop me a comment if you like it. And I reckon until next time, y'all go do some work.